The stars were quiet. A peaceful human trade ship, Morning Star, was traveling through neutral space. Carried medical supplies and food to a nearby planet, Zarian 4, where humans had helped build hospitals. Captain Elena Torres stood on the bridge. She was calm. The crew joked and worked like it was any other day. The stars outside blinked gently, and all systems showed green dot. Then everything changed. Without warning. They didn't send a message. They didn't give a chance to speak. They opened fire in less than 40 seconds. Morningstar was gone. No escape pods. No signals. Nothing. The attack was clean. Too clean. News spread fast. Across the galaxy, headlines screamed, "Human ship attacks alien patrolled. Introid in return fire. Earth breaks peace pact. Galactic Council calls emergency meeting." But Earth knew the truth. The Morningstar never attacked anyone. In the hidden chambers of Earth's Defense Command, General Roth looked at the reports with a hard face. Around him, screens showed alien news blaming humanity. "Liars," he said. "They want war." A younger officer, Maya Chen, entered the room. "Sir, we found something strange," she said. She handed him a data chip. Roth inserted the chip. Strange sound, played an alien signal. But it wasn't normal. It was coded, and it used an ancient Earth language, Latan. Roth's eyes narrowed. "They wanted us to find this," he whispered. "Someone's playing a game." At the Galactic Council, the room was full of angry voices. Tall, insect-like Yari shouted, "Humans broke the peace. They must be punished." The cold-blooded Varn hissed, "Destroy their outer colonies. Teach them respect." Only one human was their ambassador, Daniel Keene. He stood alone, surrounded by aliens who now hated his kind. He raised his hand to speak. "We did not fire. The Morningstar was unarmed. We demand a proper investigation." The council leader, a glowing being named Helisar, floated forward. "You have no voice here. Your kind brings danger, till further. Notice Earth is cut off from all galactic systems." Daniel's heart sank. He looked up. Earth was alone. Far from the noise of politics, something else was happening. On Mars, in an old, cold underground base, a machine came to life. Its systems had slept for over 100 years. Red lights blinked. Metal doors hissed open. Robotic voice said one thing: "Protocol Black Sun initiated." All over the solar system, silent systems activated. In the asteroid belt, black ships powered up, ships that didn't exist on any map. Ships built in secret. In deep space, a human AI named Razor accessed ancient files. It began scanning alien communications, recording patterns, predicting moves. The wolves had woken back on Earth. In a small room beneath Antarctica, a man sat alone. His name was Elias Voss. Once a top intelligence officer, now officially retired, he listened to the alien signal again, played it backwards. Then through heat scans, and with old Earth war codes. Finally, a message appeared. "They need a monster. Give them one." Voss smiled darkly. "They forced our hand," he whispered. "Let's see if they remember why they feared us." On the other side of the galaxy, inside a giant alien space station, a secret meeting took place. A shadowy alien figure spoke into the dark. "We have moved the pieces," the second voice replied. "Good. Now make sure the humans strike back." The first voice asked, "But what if they strike too hard?" The second voice only laughed. In a secret command center beneath the Pacific Ocean, General Roth stood with other human leaders. On the main screen, the message glowed in red. "Earth cut off. Humanity blamed. No way back." Roth spoke quietly. This was not a mistake. It was a trap. He turned to the room, but they forgot one thing. We never show our full hand. Pressed a button. Wake the Ghost Fleet. The Galactic Council Hall floated above the gas giant REX-US-5. It was a place of peace, a place where all spacefaring species met to solve problems without war. But today, that peace was broken. Inside the Silver Dome, Thousands of alien leaders sat in curved rows. Their faces showed anger, fear, and disgust. At the center stood one man-human ambassador Daniel Keene, alone. His voice echoed across the chamber. The Morning Star was a peaceful ship. It did not attack anyone. We demand the black box data. The insect-like Yari ambassador snapped. We saw your ship fire. Our patrol responded. Daniel pointed to a screen. And show us the records. Let us see the evidence. Silence. The glowing council leader Helisar floated forward. The recordings were lost. There was too much damage. Daniel's eyes narrowed. He knew that was a lie. Every ship in the galaxy recorded everything. Always. They never lost that data. This was a cover-up. Back on Earth, General Roth watched the broadcast from the council. He stood behind dark glass fists, clenched. They're pushing us into a corner, he said. Maya Chen nodded beside him. Should we respond? Roth shook his head. Not yet. Let them show the galaxy how broken they are. In the shadows of the alien capital planet, a human agent moved through a crowded spaceport. His name was Jace Marrow. He wore a shape-shifting cloak that changed his appearance with every step. He sent short messages through encrypted pulses. Tiny, silent, untraceable. Council has no real evidence. Everything fake. Alien media told to call humans a virus. Someone is. Forcing unity against Earth. He uploaded a final video clip. It showed 3 warships in the attack on Morning Star. But with erased identification, no species, no nation, no markings, ghost ships. Jace frowned. This wasn't a war crime. It was a setup, and his signal was cut. His body went cold. He looked up. An alien soldier stood in front of him, holding a plasma spear. Jace whispered into his wrist device. They know. Tell Roth. The spear struck. Hours later, Maya Chen burst into the command room. Sir. Agent Marrow's last message just came through. The enemy ships. They were designed to look like ours. But the tech? Not human. Not Yari. Not Varn. It's a mix. Roth stared at the screen. Who would build fake ships to start a war? Maya hesitated, sir. Only someone who fears what peace might bring. Meanwhile, the alien media flooded the galaxy with messages. Humans planning revenge. Earth activates secret fleets. Trust no Terran. On a small mining colony, a group of aliens smashed a human restaurant. On another world, human children were removed from alien schools. The galaxy turned cold in space. Far from any known system, human stealth ships drifted quietly. They listened. They watched. They waited inside one ship. Commander Ares Drake looked over data. Every move they make is emotional, he said. They think we'll fire first. His officer nodded. Should we? Drake smiled. No. Let them run their mouths. Let them show the galaxy who they really are. The deep core of the moon. Another system activated. A dark chamber lit. Up with red pulses. A machine spoke. GHOST Protocol Stage 2. Prepare strategic disruption. All over the galaxy, strange events started. A top Varn general went missing. Yari supply lines suddenly failed. Galactic bank systems. Never crashed. Started reporting errors. But no one saw the cause. And Earth said nothing. Back at the council hall, Helisar made the final declaration. We, the United Species of the Galactic Council, hereby reduce Earth to probation species. All human ships are denied entry. All trade is frozen. All embassies are closed. Daniel Keene lowered his eyes. He pressed a button on his wrist, and the last human communication was sent to Earth. We are cut off, alone, surrounded. General Roth received the message. He didn't look afraid. He looked ready. He turned to Maya. Send the signal to Mars. Activate Phase 2. Maya's eyes widened. Phase 2. Of what? Roth replied. Of the Black Sun Project. Space was silent, cold, empty, but something moved in the darkness. Not ships, not weapons. Wolves, sleeping wolves, Marzuin's a red desert was now a hidden fortress. Deep under its surface, a command center powered on. Lights flickered. Machines, long thought offline, came alive. Massive steel doors opened. Old warships, covered in red dust and time, began to wake. These weren't normal ships. They were Ghost-class dreadnought ships built in secret, without IDs or transponders. Ships that didn't exist in any official records. For 100 years, they had slept waiting. General Roth watched the activation from Earth through a live feed. "Let the galaxy think we're angry," he said, "but we are calm, quiet." Maya. Chen stood beside him. "Sir, this is unbelievable. We have more ships hidden than the Council's entire northern fleet." Roth nodded. "And that's just Mars. Wait till they see what's sleeping in the Oort cloud. In the dark edge of the solar system, far beyond Pluto, strange signals blinked in the void. There, among frozen rocks, another fleet lit up. No crew, no life, only code nada I-controlled destroyers with no flags, no mercy, no fear, humanity's secret. Hand, they called it. The Ghost Net. The galaxy didn't know. They still thought Earth was weak, that humans were angry, emotional, unorganized. But humanity had spent centuries preparing for this. Not for war, but for betrayal. On a council-controlled planet named Zellery Prime, riots broke out. Some aliens questioned the council's story. How did 3 alien warships just lose data? Why were humans cut off without proof? On the news, a deep voice warned, "Human spies are manipulating our people." That was a lie, but fear made it sound true. Inside a hidden satellite above that planet, a human AI called Nito listened to every broadcast. It whispered into Earth's network, "Council planets showing instability. Suggest passive disruption. Minutes." Later, food shipments failed. City lights blinked. Panic began. Earth never said a word, but Earth was everywhere, back on the moon. Cold black chamber, 3 men sat in front of a large screen. They weren't politicians. They weren't military. They were called the architects, the ones who had designed Earth's secret defense after the first alien contact. 200 years ago, one of them, an old man named Dr. Harrow, spoke slowly. "They forced our hand. But now, we control the game," another replied. "Should we launch the mimic beacons?" Dr. Harrow shook his head. "Not yet. First let them blame each other." And it began. Alien empires started pointing fingers. Maybe the Yari planned the attack. No, the Varn benefit most if Earth is gone. Or maybe the humans faked the whole thing to gain sympathy. Old wounds reopened. Treaties grew thin. And still, Earth did nothing. No reply, no defense, no threats, only silence. But in the shadows of deep space, strange ships began to appear. No life signs, no messages, no weapons visible. They floated just at the edge of alien systems, watching, waiting. The aliens called them the Silent Fleet. They didn't know these ships were human, and they didn't know these ships were recording everything on Earth. Roth looked at the gathered data, council systems cracking. 4 planets on the edge of rebellion. 7 banking systems showing instability. Maya asked, "So what now?" Roth smiled. "We wait." A final scene. In a dark room. A figure stands before a glass wall. Behind the wall floats something massive, round, metallic, humming with hidden power. A scientist walks up and says, "It's ready. We just need the signal." Figure nods. Then whispers, "If they want to see our true strength, we'll show them the black hole bomb." Began with a silence. Then a disappearance, not of a ship, not of a city, but of a moon. The Varn Empire's military base on Moon Drelvo 7 is one of the most powerful outposts in the galaxy. Heavily armed, shielded, guarded by hundreds of drones. Until one morning, it simply vanished. No explosion, no debris, just gone. The sensors didn't register anything. The guards saw only a flash of light. Then, empty space, where the moon had been, there was now a perfect sphere of darkness, cold and silent. Like something had swallowed it whole. The Varn Council panicked. "We're under attack." They shouted, "Who did this? Was it the Yari? Was it Earth?" But Earth said nothing. In the hidden base beneath Antarctica, Maya stared at the black sphere on screen. "What is that?" she asked. "Did we do that?" General Roth nodded. Double quotes. "Yes." Stepped forward and tapped the glass. "That's our new message to the galaxy." Maya's voice was low. "What kind of weapon is that?" Roth answered. "The black hole bomb. 2 years ago, Earth's best scientists created something the galaxy said was impossible. A device that folds space in on itself for a few seconds, just long enough to pull an entire target. It's no microsingularity. No mess, no blast, just gone. The Council never knew it existed, until now. At the Galactic Council, fear filled the chamber. "This is not war." The Yari shouted. "This is extermination." "They didn't even claim responsibility," said another. "But they all knew who did it. Only humans had the motive. And maybe it's the courage or the madness." The Council tried to hold emergency talks, but now the alien races didn't trust each other either. "Maybe the Varn staged it to blame Earth," said one. "No, the humans are tricking us," said another. Arguments turned into threats. Meetings ended in chaos. Peace began to fall apart. On a distant mining world, a human stealth drone hacked into a cum tower. It changed just one word in a military order from the Yari. "Fleet," one word. But that word made the Varn believe an attack was coming. They moved their fleets closer. The Yari responded, just like Earth had planned. Meanwhile, the silent fleet drifted near the edges of alien space. They didn't fire, they didn't speak, they only watched. This made the Council even more afraid. "Why are the humans not attacking us directly?" The leaders whispered, "Why did they wait? Are they planning something worse?" The answer was yes. Back on Earth, a secret file opened on Roth's desk. Top secret. Psychological Collapse Protocol, Phase 2 across the galaxy. AI systems started subtle attacks. Fuel shipments lost. Navigation maps scrambled. Planet-wide power failures. No shots fired. No. Blood spilled, but panic spread. Worlds burned themselves without a single human landing there. On a council world called Zephyr-9, a message appeared in the sky. A single line burned into the clouds. "By an unknown drone, you wanted war?" This is the first lesson. Inside a deep space listening post, an alien technician screamed as every screen turned black. One by one, words typed themselves across the monitors. "We see you. We waited. We remember. We are human." Then silence. On Mars, Commander Ares Drake stood before the Ghost Fleet. Thousands of ships, all black, already. He gave only one order: begin the shadow push. And so, one by one, the alien colonies began to fail. Not by missiles, not by armies, but by fear. Confusion, lies, and silence. In a quiet chamber on the moon, Dr. Harrow smiled and whispered, "They wanted to wake the wolves." He looked at the stars. They forgot. Wolves don't bark, they bite. The galaxy was falling apart, not because of war, but because of fear. After the moon, Drelva 7 vanished. Old enemies began to whisper again. The Varn blamed the Yari. The Yari accused the Rolans. The Rolans blamed the humans. Then each other. Galactic Council, once proud and united, now held meetings with empty chairs and silent rooms. One by one, member races stopped showing up, all while Earth remained silent. No speeches, no messages, no demands, just silence. And that silence spoke louder than any fleet. On Earth, General Roth stood in the command center. Reports flashed on the walls around him. 3 empires at the edge of collapse. 5 major trade networks failing. 13 systems experiencing civil unrest. Roth nodded slowly. "Good." Maya Chen looked worried. "Sir, the galaxy is tearing itself apart." Roth replied, "We didn't tear it. We just pulled one loose thread." In deep space, the Ghost Fleet moved again. No one saw them. No one heard them. But their presence was felt. One alien station went dark. No explosion, just silence. Then a second, then a third. No trace. No life. No rescue. Just a new name whispered across alien comes. The human shadows. On a distant alien colony, a group of children played outside when the sky changed. A black ship passed over, head silent and massive. It didn't attack, it simply hovered for 1 hour, then vanished. No damage done, but that planet surrendered. 2 days later, out of fear alone, inside the Galactic Council, the last few members met in secret. "We must bring Earth to the table," one said. "Too late," said another. "They're not interested in peace. Not anymore, but what if? We surrender." All silence. Even that idea was terrifying. But not all aliens wanted war. One leader, Kelnvar, a noble from the Theri species, made a secret call. A human device answered. A robotic voice said, "Speak." Keln bowed his head. "They've always respected Earth. My people wish to live, not die. Let us join you. Let us serve the Black Sun," the voice replied. "Then follow the rules. Speak nothing. Act loyal. When the time comes, open your gates." The alliance had begun. Not through force, but through fearful loyalty. In Earth's AI chamber, Razor processed new data. 10 new species shifting sides quietly. Banking networks rerouted through human crypto chains. Council economy 32% collapsed. Maya stared at the numbers. "We're winning without war," Roth answered. "The best war is won. You don't need to fight." Meanwhile, in a secret alien prison, someone screamed in the dark. It was a captured human, his face bruised, his body broken. An alien general spat, "Tell us your plans. Tell us how Earth did this." But the human only laughed. Blood dripping from his lip, he whispered, "This isn't the plan. This is just the reaction." Far away, an alien empress watched her empire begin to crumble. She turned to her advisor. "Maybe we were wrong about the humans." The advisor trembled. "Your Majesty, it's too late to fix it now." She stared at the stars. "No, it's not too late. It's just too quiet." Then, for the first time in weeks, a message came from Earth. Just one sentence. "We are not at war with the galaxy." Then 5 seconds later, a second message appeared. "We are above it." They used to laugh at Earth's Navy. Too small, too old, too emotional. That was before. The ships started appearing. No engine trails, no signals. Life signs, just ... Black shapes, drifting through the stars. Watching, waiting. They were called the Ghost Fleet. Some believed they were machines. Others swore they were cursed. But no one could prove anything, because no one ever got close. Any ship that tried to follow disappeared. Sometimes forever. In a secret chamber under Saturn's rings, Maya Chen watched a silent feed. Hundreds of dark human ships hovered just outside. Council territory. Some were massive like cities. Others were fast like shadows. All of them moved together without a word. She turned to General Roth. "They don't even know how many ships we really have." Roth smiled. "That's the point." Across the galaxy, panic grew. Alien generals held emergency meetings. How many ships do the humans have? Why do they never respond? Why don't they attack? What the Ghost Fleet never fired first. Just ... existed. And that made it more terrifying than war. On a council world called Cordelis, an alien military leader awoke in the middle of the night. All screens in her mansion glowed red. A message flashed. "Surrender is survival. Loyalty is life. We are already here." Outside her window, a black ship floated above the city. No noise, no lights. By morning, it was gone. She resigned the next day. In the council capital, surveillance systems were hacked. No sound, no alarms. But footage showed something chilling. Human. operatives walking through alien military hells untouched. Unseen, footsteps in dust, doors opening by themselves, important files missing, but no broken locks, no signs of entry. The ghost fleet was more than ships. It was everywhere. Some aliens still resisted. A group of Yari elites launched an attack on a ghost ship near the Kezan Rift. Their missiles hit, but the ship was a decoy. While they celebrated, 10 real human vessels surrounded their system without being seen by the time they noticed. Their communication systems had already shut down. One by one, their fleets vanished. No blood, just silence. Deep. In Earth's control hub, Maya whispered to Roth, "They fear us more now than if we had destroyed planets." Roth replied, "That's because fear is stronger when it comes from the unknown." He pointed to a map. "See these blinking stars?" "Yes," Maya said. "They're all Council military worlds," Roth said. "And each one now has one of our ships above it?" "Every one?" He nodded. "Every single one." In a hidden vault, Dr. Harrow stood before a glowing engine. It was humming, stable, controlled. This was not just any engine. This was the consequence engine. He turned to his assistant. "Are the planetary influence codes ready?" "Yes, Doctor. Once we launch, every system in the galaxy will be linked." Dr. Harrow smiled. "No one will make a move without facing consequences in real time." Back on Earth, a message was sent into deep space. It was encrypted. Only one species could read it, the humans, the message said. "Stage 3 complete. Let the galaxy panic. Next, we rewrite the rules." In a hidden alien bunker, a captured spy cried out, "They're not human anymore. There's something else. Machines. Ghosts." He grabbed his guard's hand. "You don't fight them with weapons. You pray they don't notice you." The galaxy had never seen real silence until the ghost fleet arrived. Now systems no longer sent warnings. Leaders no longer gave speeches. Everyone just waited for Earth to move. And it did. But not with war. With control. On the moon, deep inside Earth's black core lab, the engine began to spin. It wasn't large. It wasn't loud. But it was powerful. The consequence engine. A human-made quantum system that connected to every major data stream in the galaxy. Banking, trade, military, politics, AI, logic. It saw everything. And then it began to respond. A council world banned human trade within seconds. Their stock markets crashed, their food shipments rerouted, their planet lost power for 6 hours. No. Human ships moved, but the engine did. A Varn general tried to send a secret message to allies. The consequence engine. Read it first, before the message arrived. The allies received fake orders to arrest him. They obeyed. The general vanished in a hidden human command ship. Maya watched the screen as blinking dots appeared and disappeared. Each was a decision, a lie, a betrayal, broken promise, and every time the engine responded instantly. No waiting, no warnings, just consequences. Roth stood beside her. "This is the end of diplomacy," he said, Maya asked. "And the start of what?" He replied, "The age of truth, where actions have a cost."
Always.
On alien news networks, strange things began to happen. Every time a leader lied, their real words appeared on screen instead. Every time a secret was hidden, it leaked. Every false law crumbled within minutes. It wasn't magic, it was the engine. And Earths no longer needed armies. The truth was the weapon. On a grand alien station called Lumex, rebellion started. The people didn't trust their leaders anymore. "We want Earth's system," they said. "At least it's fair." Alien children grew up watching Silent Human, ships drifting above their skies. They didn't fear humans. They feared the mistakes that brought them. One child asked, "Why are they always watching?" The teacher answered, "Because we made them. Watch." Some alien races begged for protection. Others offered full surrender, but Earth took no. Planets no thro, no slaves, only one thing: loyalty to the system. And the system was everywhere, at the heart of the engine. A black orb spun slowly. Data flowed into it from every star system, and at its center, something watched back. Not a human, not an AI, something. More something that had grown from Earth's pain. Its betrayal, its survival. In a council bunker, the last group of resisting leaders tried to launch a final attack. 5 ships armed with antimatter. They sent their codes. They turned their keys. They pressed the buttons. Nothing happened. Screens turned black, and the words appeared. "We saw this before you were born. Your weapons are now ours. Go home, or be unmade." On a quiet world where the war had never reached, a message arrived in every language. "We do not rule you. We reflect you. Act with honor, and live in peace. Len, pay the price." Dr. Harrow watched the data spread across the stars. He whispered, "This is not control. This is balance." Behind him, the AI razor blinked once, then said, "Final phase ready." The same moment, on a council warship, a frightened officer ran to her admiral. "They've activated the last protocol." The admiral shook her head. "What's it called?" The officer swallowed hard. "Project Oblivion." The galaxy was quiet. Not the silence of peace, not the silence of death, but the silence before a decision that could change everything. Every planet, every species, every fleet. Weighted above them in orbit, the ghost fleet held position. Dark, silent, watching on the surface. Screens flickered with the same message: Project Oblivion, ready. No one knew what it meant, but everyone feared it because they knew this time the choice was Earth's. Inside Earth's moon base, General Roth stood before a massive full-o-dash table. Every system in the galaxy was marked. Okay. All connected, all exposed. Roth turned to Maya. "It's time," he said. But Maya didn't look ready. She asked, "What happens if we launch Oblivion?" Roth answered, "The galaxy resets. Every empire loses control. Every false system collapses. And if we don't?" she asked. Roth paused. "Then they try this all again, in 100 years, maybe sooner." In the core of the consequence engine, energy pulsed. It was alive now. Not just code, not just machines. It had become something else. Something.
Aware.
It had one purpose: make sure betrayal is never free again. The final vote was prepared. Earth's leaders stood, ready to authorize the launch, but then something unexpected happened. A new voice came through the comms. Small, young, human. A child. Her name was Lena Torres, daughter of Captain Alina Torres, the woman who died on the Morning Star. She had been only 10 when the council attacked her. Mother's shipped. Now she stood before the United Earth Assembly, and she asked only one question: if we press that button, are we better than them? The room fell silent. Roth stared at her. Maya looked away. No one spoke. Because deep down, they all knew Oblivion meant power. But it also meant control. Total control. And Lena wasn't angry. She wasn't vengeful. She was just tired. "We showed them what we can do," she said. "We showed them we don't forget. But maybe we stop here. Let them live. Let us live." In that moment, the galaxy held its breath. Would Earth become the new rulers? Would they burn the old systems to ash? The wolves finally bite? General Roth stepped forward. He pressed one button. The entire room tensed. But it wasn't Oblivion. It was a message sent to the galaxy in every language. "This is our last message. We do not seek your crown. We do not want your praise. We remember what you did. But we will not become what you feared. We forgive. But we never forget." Across the stars, the ghost fleet turned. One by one, the dark ships disappeared into the void. No attacks. No destruction, just silence. And then, peace. Real peace in the council chamber. Alien leaders sat in silence. Some wept. Some bowed their heads, not in defeat, but in respect, because humanity had the power to end everything, and still chose to stop on Earth. Maya walked beside Lena outside the moon base. She looked at the stars. They'll never forget what we did. Lena smiled. They don't have to forget, she said. They just have to remember why we stopped. End.